Here we are again on the cusp of another holiday weekend. 2024 is in our sights, and so is a cool, crisp Friday night and Saturday morning. Scott Eisberg in for Bill again tonight alongside Weather Authority meteorologist, my good friend Sonia Stevens. Absolutely gorgeous out today, Sonia. Just a phenomenal day out there. More this weekend?
Yeah, we are going to see more chilly temperatures, but at least a fair amount of sunshine. So, right, winning combination, feels like winter, like it should for this time of year. So, again, here's a look back at the numbers for today. Started out at 44 this morning, topped out at 54 this afternoon. So, started out a little bit above normal this morning, but certainly we're below normal this afternoon, as we only made it up into the middle 50s. Right now, 38 in Charleston, 36 in Walterboro, 39 in Georgetown, everybody else in the low 40s. So we may see a few clouds. That's going to be it for us tonight. We're headed down into the middle 30s, so especially those inland areas, going to be right around the freezing mark. So if you do have plants that are sensitive to the cold, I would definitely make sure you cover them tonight, or if they're in pots and you can bring them in and you have that option, would want to do that and make sure the pets are nice and warm tonight as well. Tomorrow, a lot of sunshine, maybe a few clouds, highs in the low 50s, and then right at the freezing mark Saturday night. So coming up, we're going to take a look at the forecast for the rest of 2023, and we'll look ahead to your New Year's Day as well.
Well, New York may have that big ball, but Folly, we drop a pair of sparkly flip-flops on New Year's Eve. What better place to ring in the new year than on the edge of America? Of course, the flip-flop drop at midnight. The event itself starts at 7 on Sunday night. And with the temps Sonia's talking about, you may as well just freeze your bills off on Folly New Year's Day. There's a plunge at 1 o'clock. Make sure you dress like your favorite Bill Murray character. A portion of the proceeds from the local event goes to charities here in town. And you can sleep in and still make it to the Dunleavy's Polar Plunge on Sullivan's. It's not until 2 o'clock on New Year's Day, and it's all for a good cause. Money raised will benefit Special Olympics. But before we get that far, a word of warning. Just like normal, authorities say they'll be on the lookout this weekend. We spoke with South Carolina Highway Patrol Trooper Nick Pye about the importance of having a plan to safely get home after a night out.
We make a big emphasis this time of the year on driving under the influence. People, we want you to put a plan in place. We want you to have a designated driver, use a rideshare service, whatever you have to do to not put yourself behind the wheels of a motor vehicle after you consumed alcohol and you're impaired.
Goose Creek Police will be monitoring the roads for New Year's. Officers are stationed across the city starting tonight. There will be checkpoints tonight and tomorrow on Montague Plantation Road, Thomason Boulevard, and Highway 176 at Okatee Drive. The checkpoints will change throughout the weekend. Checkpoints are scheduled to run through Monday. And in Dorchester County, law enforcement will be monitoring roads tonight and going until Monday, January 1st. In Somerville, there will be checkpoints at Highway 17A near Central Avenue and Parlor Drive near Ballantyne Drive. In Ridgeville, officers will be stationed on Highway 17A near Clubhouse Road and on Highway 61 near Highway 27. The state NAACP is calling for a hate crime law in South Carolina after a cross burning in the Grand Strand. New tonight, we are hearing from Solicitor Jimmy Richardson about it. He believes the state needs such a law. But he spoke with Mike Owens about why he thinks counties like Horry and Georgetown will be just fine without it.
The NAACP is planning a grassroots campaign to get a hate crime bill passed in 2024, and they say it's time state senators start listening to the people.
If they don't listen, then we need to vote them out. And we know what year is coming up, and we know it's a voting year, and our voices need to be heard. Our votes need to be counted.
The hate crime bill has failed to pass multiple times over the years, most recently stalling on the Senate floor earlier this year. The Clementa C. Pinckney Hate Crimes Act will have another chance next year to pass the Senate when session resumes, and the NAACP says it could save lives.
We have a potential situation in Conway right now where someone is sitting in their home that have violated the rights, civil rights of an individual, have been very threatening, cause a threatened bodily harm to others, and they are still sitting free.
But 15th Circuit Solicitor Jimmy Richardson says while it could be a big help for other counties in South Carolina, things won't change much in Horry and Georgetown.
We've got 3 in-house U.S. attorneys, and when we have a case like this, we certainly look and see that we don't have that tool state, and we start looking to see if we have that tool in the federal toolbox.
That allows them, with permission, to indict certain cases on federal charges. After the recent cross burning, his office went straight to the U.S. attorneys, leading to a federal investigation. Richardson says he'd still welcome the law because it'd give him another tool in his arsenal to fight crime. But the NAACP says we shouldn't have to wait for the feds, and it's time South Carolina joined the 48 other states with a hate crime law on the books.
I don't think South Carolina wants to sit in last year, because it just don't make sense that we are still waiting on a hate crime bill in times like this.
Now, the only other state without a hate crime law is Wyoming. If passed as is, the Clemente C. Pinckney Hate Crimes Act would add up to an additional 5-year prison sentence and up to $10,000 in fines. Lawmakers returned